All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Tread Talk. I apologize for the delayed episodes. I have lately been traveling, and y'all are about to hear all about it. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Recently, I went to DC, and man, do I got some stories for y'all. First of all, it was super cold. I'm not gonna lie. It was like 19 degrees out, and it wasn't snowing when I came, but it was like the ice didn't melt. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't do a good job of like moving the ice off the roads. So it just was like a lot of unnecessary like traffic and stuff like that, just because of the ice being on the road, on the sidewalk. It was causing a lot of problems. But if I'm being real with y'all though, like 100% with y'all, the woman in DC, if y'all don't want to hear about it, this is what this podcast is gonna be about today. Man, I did not know DC was so cultural. Like, on a real note, like there was Africans, Ethiopians, girls from Kenya, Uganda, like the hotel staff. Even it was just like such a beautiful place to see, like so many beautiful women. But not just that, but like they actually working. You feel me? Like they actually like got goals. They dress nice. Like same with the men too. Like the men, it was like just a beautiful spot to see like men of color, women of color all come together and just be so like productive in society. And you could tell like that they like make up a huge part of like their workforce, at least where I was, you know. And that was really beautiful to see on a real note. But now I'm gonna save the craziness for the end of the show. I'm gonna save it. But nah, I stayed at the West End. It was actually really nice. Had like a really nice restaurant. Had like this new 2.0 type of bed. I don't even know what that is, but it was mad comfortable. And then by the bed though, they had like this little like oil, right? It was probably about this big, and you put it like on your wrist. You put it on your temple before you go to bed, bro. That stuff worked better than that Za. I ain't gonna cap. Like whatever oil that was, bro, I need some. I think it was like lavender mixed with something. I don't know what it was, but that stuff puts you out. And like, I was thinking like, I'm a real G. It ain't gonna do nothing to me. Boy, I just had like 3 alarms the next day before I put that on so I could wake up and do what I had to do. But man, the food, man, the food. But let's start here. Let's start with the food. The food was honestly, my hotel food was overpriced. I'll admit that, but it was good, right? And I had no complaints paying it because, you know, I expense everything out. It don't really matter, you know what I mean? But it just was like I had this one issue, right? So I flew in on Wednesday. Wednesday night, I ate at the hotel in the lobby, right? Thursday night, I go back to the restaurant in the hotel in the lobby. Friday night, here's where problems start to arise. Friday nights, of course. I go down, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get a little pizza. I was trying to get like pizza and a little drink. Bro, the man, the waiter, I swear, he looks at me. He says, will this be a room charge? I said, no, I'm going to pay on my debit card. You know what I'm saying? He says, okay, cool. And he sits me down and he's looking at me weird. So he's like, okay, what would you like to drink? I was like, I'll take a Pepsi. And I ordered my food. And then he was like, okay, can I have that card, please? Like your debit card. And I mean, I'm like, bro, at this time it was Friday, so it wasn't February yet. But I was like, Black History approaching. I cannot stand for this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came down here twice the past 2 nights, and I was not forced to give up my debit card before I got my food. You know, a regular restaurant, you order your food, you get your food, you eat the food, then you pay. Bro wanted me to prepay for my food. So I was like, you know what? I'm on strike. You good? Keep the Pepsi. I'm heading out, right? That's where the problems start to come when I said that, right? Mind you, he didn't care. He was like, all right, bye, right? I didn't pay for the Pepsi. I don't care. I go upstairs, throw a jacket on. Mind you, if y'all know me, matter of fact, this hoodie right now, I don't wear shirts underneath my jackets or my hoodies. But this one was a zip up. So I zip it up, right? Boom. And I'm mad. I'm proving a point. I don't need to eat here. Bro, it was like 19 degrees outside. And this was the problem start. But by this point, I'm too prideful. I got my jacket on. I got pajama pants on and purple Crocs with socks. Right? That's what I got. If you follow me, you know that's exactly what I'm wearing half the time. So I go outside and I'm looking for a food spot. I find it, right? I'm walking, boom, 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 stepping over snow, all this ice, like I said, 19 degrees. I hit the corner, and mind you, the sidewalk is all snowed out too. Like it's crazy, right? But you could tell where to go because it got obviously like the automatic like walking and stop. But I got hit the corner to cross the street. This like crackhead black lady like is standing there. Mind you, I have my earbuds in, so like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not really like tripping off of like, I don't expect somebody to be talking to me, especially like, you know, somebody like I'm not saying I'm ignoring people, but like when you going outside, you're not expecting people to really be trying to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So I see like their mouth moving, so I pause and I'm like, what's up? They say, looks me dead in my face. She's probably like 80 pounds, bro. Like maybe like 5'1", probably like around 40 or 50 years old, and was like, "You got coke?" I'm like, I don't. I was like, I don't do that, right? And she looks at me again. She's like, "What do you want for the coke?" And I'm like, "Yo, little homeless lady, I don't get down like that. I don't sell that stuff." I thought that like I would have left the story at that. I would have probably kept it out. But it was the fact that after I crossed the street, this lady is right behind me, and I like the way I peep what's going on behind me. I'm not gonna keep looking back. You know what I'm saying? We're passing by all these buildings, so I'm looking at the glass reflection, and I'm like, why is this lady so close though? Like, right? And so it gets to the point. I find my restaurant. I go inside. This lady is sitting outside the restaurant, bro. I swear, and she's just sitting there chilling. I'm like, what? What is her deal? Right? And honestly, I still don't know. But I did get some fire food. Then I did go next door to the peach cobbler factory, right? And I gotta shout them out because, bro, peach cobbler factory was fire. I mean, it had this. I had got a regular peach cobbler, which was busting, and then I had got a it was like a strawberry cheesecake banana pudding, like things that go inside the strawberry cheesecake, but in the banana pudding, and like I ate that, fire, right? So then I'm walking back, and I ain't gonna lie. I just like to explore things. I like to see stuff in different cities. Like I'm from Vegas, mind you, I'm in DC. When I say I'm in DC, I mean I'm like 5 minutes from the White House, right? So I look on my map. I see a little dispensary, a couple items. I mean, a couple locations for dispensaries, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and check it out, right? I'm holding my phone out, walking around, and I'm like, why does it say like it's a dispensary right here? And there was no dispensary. And I'm like standing there like, what in the world? So I go to another one, right? And let mind you, like it showed 3 dispensaries like within like a mile and a half of each other. So I'm really walking around in the snow in my Crocs, like looking for this, right? And then I scroll down on like the map, like you know, like on the Apple Maps, it shows like the location. Then you scroll, look at the info. It said mobile delivery. So I'm like, there ain't no way like people are using like unknown addresses as their place of business, but they have a mobile service. And I'm like, it's not that deep to me. I don't even know. I just wanted to go look at it. I wasn't even probably going to buy for real. But that led me to the CVS. And the CVS, I bought about 3 Red Bulls. And then, I don't know. I was looking for liquor, right? And I'm not going to cap. At this time, though, it was so late. And I'm walking all the snow. Like, I don't care to really ask about it or inquire about it. But people, like, you cannot find any liquor right here. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, I'm in the heart of DC, like right by the White House. So I'm like, all right, get my Red Bulls, walk back to the hotel. That was that night, right? I think Saturday, I went back to the hotel food, and it was cool, mind you. I had ordered, when I tell the story, you'll understand why. On Wednesday, right when I landed, I DoorDashed me a bottle of Hennessy, right? And that's where I should have known I was already disappointed. I paid like $40 and I thought I had got a fifth. It was like this much, bro. It was so small. And I let that go, right? I go back to that restaurant because I was like, I'm not walking. And it's Saturday at this time. Like, I'm not walking out again. So I go to the restaurant and basically I ordered my first drink from there because I had the bottle of Hennessy, but I had finished that. So by this time, I'm like, okay, let me go get, Hennessy and Coca-Cola. That's what I drink. Like either rum and Coca-Cola or Hennessy Coca-Cola, whatever. Right? So I go order that. And I mean, bro, the bill came back. She charged me $30 for a shot of Hennessy, bro, with some Coca-Cola. And they didn't even have Coca-Cola products, so it was Pepsi. It was a Pepsi and some Hennessy. And I'm like, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way, right? So I'm like, why is liquor so expensive out here? Like, that was really like a shot of Hennessy, right? Anyways, fast forward, leads me to Sunday night. Sunday night is the reason why I had to come make an episode about my whole experience at in DC. Okay, Sunday night, I get done doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I look at the clock. It's like 10:30, 11. Anybody on my close friends, anybody on my page, anybody who knows me knows when I say it's time to go get some wings, that means I'm gonna hit a club up that has really good wings. But most of the time when I go get those wings, it's always attached to some clubs that might have a pole, attached like inside of it. So like, I'm at the strip club, right? This strip club I found was called probably about a 3 to 4 minute walk from the hotel. If I would have known it was that close, I would have been there every day. But I was trying to like focus on getting the bag, and then you know what I'm saying. So then, boom, I'm walking right again. But I put real shoes on. I put on pants because like you're not going to the club with like anything on. You feel me? So I go in, see the dude at the outside at the door, and he's like, it's gonna be $20 to get in, but you pay inside. So okay. As soon as you go inside the door, you go right upstairs, right? Boom. So now I'm on floor 2, and I'm like, okay, cool. So it's like an African security guard, white lady behind the counter. They said it's gonna be $20 to get in. Hey, cool. Give them my card, $20, right? That's one swipe on my card. Boom. Security guard's like, do you plan on getting cash? I'll take you to the ATM. He escorts me to the ATM. Go to the ATM, put my card in, right? I think I withdrew about $100 that first round. Yeah. But the ATM fee was like 18, bro. And I almost crashed out. No, I withdrew 120 with the $18 ATM fee. Right? So really I lost like 138. Anyways, get my 20s, go downstairs, back to that lady. I get my ones, right? I'm not sure about y'all, but I typically tip like the people who handle my money, and I tip the security guard. So I gave her like 5, gave him 5. You know what I'm saying? Now we cooling, right? I go in, get a so it had like a bar on the right side, stage in the middle. The left was like a VIP section, but it was like open VIP. I'll explain that in a second because I went over there too. But then it was like some like individual seating right next to the stage. I'm chilling. Bartender comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, like, can I get you a drink?" First, I say no. I'm trying to fill out the vibes. You feel me? All right. Mind you, just remember this, y'all. There's a whole lot to this story. I need y'all to remember something. I swiped my card already, and the whole weekend I was drinking Hennessy with Coca-Cola or Pepsi the whole weekend, right? Perfectly fine. Just keep that in mind when I tell the story, right? So then, boom, the bartender. This is bartender number 1 also. She comes back up. She's like, "You sure you don't want anything?" I was like, "You know what? Give me what? A Hennessy and give me with the Coca-Cola. She's like, okay, cool. She comes back with the little machine and my drink. That drink said $20. Bro, I know Hennessy's a more, it could be expensive. It can't be. It is what it is, right? But I'm like, all right, cool. I'm already in here. Again, when I have all these ones in my hand, I don't feel like counting out ones. It just made me mad. So I just give her the card. She swiped that. Boom. I don't think I gave her a tip. I didn't give her a tip. No, because they added gratuity already in that $20. So I was like, yeah, you definitely get no tip, right? Boom. Then this girl, she told me she was from Kenya. She was a dancer. She had just got off the stage probably as I'm like walking in. So she was like fresh off stage. She comes to next to me and I'm like, one thing about me though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm at the wing joint at the club at the poles, strip club. I'm very, very like picky and standoffish. I know that's probably like the worst type of person to walk in the club, but it's like you're not gonna get everything, from me. Like you're not gonna get like just because you walk up to me don't mean you going like you show me attention is step number one, but just because you walk up and you like talk to me don't means I'm gonna give you my bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean you the girl for the night for me. You know what I'm saying? So then boom. She walked up to me and she's like talking to me and she's like, I'm from Kenya. And that's my first red flag. No disrespect to them people, but like them Africans, man, they be trying to hustle the heck out of you. Like they're like the worst people to try to hustle you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. And she's like, yeah, like, you gonna get a dance from me? And I was like, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't make the effort to get to know me. So now I feel like you really trying to hustle me. Get it? Granted, I know where I'm at. I know what we here for. But like, you gotta at least make somebody feel like they want it when they walk in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, boom. I'm like, yeah, we can do a little private dance. I'm thinking in my head, mind you, when I go to the clubs, I spend probably about last club in Michigan was like $20 per song. Vegas probably around $20-$30 per song. But then here out there it was $60 minimum for 2 songs, which equates to 30, but how I wanted 2. So now I'm automatically paying 60. Okay, cool. Granted, that's why I'm here. So, but she has to take me back to the 3rd floor to go pay for it. But when we go to the 3rd floor, she says, yeah, so do you want a room downstairs in that VIP area that we talked about? Or do you want one, the VIP area like I said earlier? Or do you want one upstairs on the 3rd floor where more can happen? And now I'm interested where what this more can happen means, right? But I'm like, okay, they showing me like, again, there's like this private VIP overlook on the balcony, but it's like blacked out on the other side you can get. And that was $1,500, bro, for 10 songs. $150 a song? $150 a song. $1,500. And what that offers is a more nude experience with touching. If I'm paying $1,500 to touch you, that's almost my rent for a month. You think I'm about to? No. So then the other room on the side, he said those are like 3 something, and I was like, nah, bro. Like, no, those are 5. Those are 500, and I was like, 5 is too heavy. Like, I'm not. Respectfully, I'm not paying 500. I have it. I'm not spending 500 to sit here and you dance in front of me and I get to touch you. Like, I don't even want to touch you. Like, I'm really big on consent and I'm really awkward in those situations. So like, mind you, I'm a type in the club, like I'm really big on consent and I probably shouldn't be going. But the moment you start dancing in front of me, you talking about I can touch you, I'm gonna be like, are you sure I can do this? Are you okay? I can save you. You ain't gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I chose you because you was cool. I didn't choose you because you. I be getting the game all messed up, bro. But anyways, so I go downstairs. We go downstairs to like the little private area. It was $60. I'm like, okay. And she's like, okay, yeah, you gotta throw ones on me. I'm like, all right, whatever, girl. Oh, yeah, I'm throwing some ones, even though I already paid $60 to be in there. and she's like dancing on this table. Again, security right there. She's like, I'm like, all right, whatever. And I had like another stack, like I had a stack still. And she was like, you gotta make it rain on me. I was like, okay, I ain't doing all that now. Like shorty, I already paid $20 for that, $60 for to do this little two dance thing, and while you sit in front of me on the table with the security guards watching me, and now you want me to make it all rain what I have on me? No, I refuse. I honestly refuse. Right, bro. She get done, and she's trying to get like that last stack I have on me, and I'm like, I'm already knowing like, nah, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she's like, hey, like, can I get a drink? No, first of all, no. She didn't say that. She said, do you want a drink? She calls the bartender over. Now, this bartender was fine. I'm going to get into that later. Cause, yeah, I'm going to decide I want to tell that story. But this bartender was fine. She come over. She's like, what can I get you to drink? Meaning me. I say, I want, again, Hennessy and Coca-Cola. This one was a little bit different, though. I'll tell y'all why. Oh, girl says, oh, I want a lemon drop martini. I'm thinking because she's a dancer, she's a stripper at the strip club, that day drinks are free. So I'm like, okay, oh, girl want a lemon drop martini. Go get her a lemon drop martini. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, oh, also, can I add ranch and celery? Because they have food too. They have some good wings that I went for. Can I add ranch and celery? Ranch and carrots and celery. And I was like, again, not thinking like, oh, okay, shorty gone. You know what I'm saying? She work here. They get free food. The bartender come back. This little receipt thing. That thing says $75, bruh. I said, oh, I didn't know this was a date. I didn't know I was paying for her dinner. I didn't know. And they're like, oh yeah, the dancers, they don't eat free. I said, well, now I feel like I got scammed. I spent $60 upstairs, $75 on the food, then threw some ones on this girl. I don't like this girl. You know what I'm saying? Pay $20 to get in here, $20 at ATM. So like, boom. I'm like, all right, you know what? Again, I pull out my card. Keep that in mind, y'all. I pay it because again, I'm not counting out 71s. I refuse. Right? Pull out my card, tap it, it go through. Cool. Right? After that, I'm like, okay, I need a break from her. Right? So now I'm just chilling, watching the show for a minute. Another one comes up to me. I'm not really interested. I told her to get on. But she was like, oh, you're not giving me a tip for my time. First of all, this is a whole different girl. You came over here to talk to me at the club. Why should I tip you because you want to make your round over here and you feel obligated to a tip to say hi to me? But here, take this $3. And she was like, you're not going to put it in my bra? I don't even care to, bro. I'm here chilling. Like, I really, like, most people go to like the little strip clubs to be like, trying to get something or whatever. I really be going because I really be chilling. Like, I be bored in these cities sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to throw a couple ones or something. You know what I'm saying? Get some food. Like, that's all I be trying to do. But y'all trying to come up to me like I'm a trick on y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, if you bad enough, I probably would. But y'all ain't that bad right now. Like, the ones I was like, it wasn't adding up. It wasn't that type of night for me. So I really was just like out of it. But then boom. What did T-Pain said something. He said, the bartender, something like that. Man, remember I told you about that fine bartender, y'all? I was like, hey, come here. Right? So she come over. Mind you, she wasn't my original bartender. So I think they're supposed to have like this code, like, you don't take somebody else's customer. But I was like, hey. So I'm like, I have like the stack of money on me. And I'm like, I give her, I disperse some and I'm like, hey, you look really beautiful, and I just want you to know, like, you like the baddest one in here, and I feel like, you deserve this. Like, you ain't gotta work for it. You ain't gotta be on that pole. You so fine. Yada yada. Right? She comes in next to me. But here's what I should have known. Here's what I should have known, y'all. She said you could put it. She had this little lace thing on her thigh. She was like, you could put it right here, but it was higher up. So like, you know what I'm saying? So I slipped it in there, and she sat down next to me, and I was like, dang, like, what makes you a bartender? Like, why aren't you a stripper? And she was like, oh, I am. I was like, dang, I can't win. Like, she was like, yeah, I can give you a private dance too. I'm like, the bartender giving out private dances? That's unheard of. Most girls who be doing the bartending don't be stripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe hit the microphone. So I was like, okay. But I'm really feeling her though. So she was like light skinned, she was bad. So I was like, okay, like we talking, chopping it up or whatever. And then she was like, you know what? Your next drink's on me. Now I ain't gonna throw out no accusations now. No, I ain't gonna do no accusations. But what I will say is I've drank a lot of different dark liquors. Now, especially dark liquors mixed with regular soda. And I can say I ain't never ever felt that way before. So she's like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she bring me my drinks. I'm drinking them. Cool, right? I'm a cool girl. We chatting up some more. She go back to work. I'm like, oh, go work the floor. You know what I'm saying? Then, like, and mind you, in the meantime, the original girl, they were watching because they saw me giving bread to the bartender. You know what I'm saying? Chatting up with her. So they felt some type of way. So they come back over like, hey, I just got off stage. Like, because they were in rotation, you know what I'm saying? I just got off stage. Like, you're not going to tip me? And I was like, nah. Another one came about. And she was like, I just got off stage. You're not going to tip me? And I was like, nah. And they had like whole attitudes. Mind you, the one that I spent like $100 something already on with drink stuff, she had a whole attitude with me. And I was like, you got your cut? Leave me alone. But the funniest part was like, when they came up to me though, like one was talking to me while one was on stage. So the one that got off stage was like, oh, you didn't see me dance? I was like, nah, your friend was distracting me. I couldn't really watch you do your thing. And she was like, oh, so I can't get a tip? I was like, nah, because your friend, like I said, she was distracting me. I can't pay for something I didn't see. And they both had like a attitude. Right. And remember I told you about that $500 upstairs? Because the bartender was trying to get me to go up there with her. And she was like to do like a dance for me. Right. Well, she did tell me, she said, if you stay until, they closed at 2. She's like, if you stay until 1, I can get the price knocked down significantly for you. Hey, I ain't afraid of no deal. I ain't afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? A little discount. Cool. So I'm like, all right. I stayed till like 120, 130. She give me that look. We go back up the stairs. Mind you, it's a 3-story building. Go back up the stairs to the private rooms. Bro. The price got knocked down to $200. This girl was bad. And she's a bartender. So I'm like, okay, she definitely ain't going. I could wife this one, I think. You know what I'm saying? Bro, mind you, I told y'all, I was already feeling kind of loose because there was some mystery Hennessy I was drinking. I don't know what that was, but I'm like, all right, come on, right? Again, right before this though, mind y'all, I had pulled out another like 120 from the ATM, but I had that in cash. And so I go upstairs. Mind you, I pulled that out like probably about 5 minutes before she came and got me. I go upstairs. The security guard like, it's 200. Go to the back. We got you. I'm like, all right. Pull out my card. Like, all right, we gotta get this on. I'm feeling loose. I'm like, yeah, come on. Bro, declined. Now, I know I have money in there. I know for sure there's money in there. So I said, okay, you know what? Boom, pull out this card again. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. Boom. Decline. I said, you know what? I'm going to add it to the Apple Pay or a Cash App. I'm going to add it there. I just tap the Apple Pay card on my phone or the Cash App card on my phone. Get this problem solved. Add the money. Decline. Or no, it wouldn't even add to the Apple Pay. It was declining on there. The bank froze me, bro. I just spent too much money at the strip club unexpectedly. They thought it was fraud. And so it was real awkward. Trying to call the bank, but the dang robot thing was making me mad. It's loud music behind me. I'm lit. I'm trying to I'm like, hello. It's like, press 1. I'm like, okay, 1. Okay. And it was like, talk to representative. And I'm like, yeah, I want to talk to representative. Press 5, whatever. Right. And then it hung up. I swear to God, the security guard, I had it on speaker. Right. So I was like, yes, I'm not gonna be able to pay for that right now. Right. When I thought all hope was lost, She said, "Let me get your Instagram." Mind y'all, my hotel was about a good 5 minute walk. So I'm like, all right, how's this gonna go? I don't know. So she was like, you stay like around here? Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm visiting, got my hotel, yada yada. She's like, oh, okay, like, I'm coming back with you. Excuse me, man, what you mean by that? Right? Hey, she's like, we'll figure it out. I'll come back with you. Okay. I leave the club. She go get changed. We walking back. There was a 7-Eleven right there. In my mind, I was like, let me stop in here because I really wanted some more liquor. You know what I'm saying? I'm already kind of lit. I wanted some more. I go in there, and this is when I realized that DC doesn't sell alcohol. Like in Washington, DC, like in actual DC, they do not sell liquor. You have to go to Virginia, Maryland, whatever else is around, which is when I did my DoorDash. I'm assuming days prior that was from like Virginia or Maryland, like over like the little boundary or whatever, state line or city line, whatever it is, right? So I'm gonna ask her like, hey, ain't no liquor like over here? And she was like, no, that's why it's so expensive, yada yada. And I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense now. But you can resell it. You just can't. Well, no, sorry, you can't wholesale it, but you can like serve it at bars. It's so weird, right? It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why. So 7-Eleven didn't have any, but I did go pick up some Jimmys that I probably should have used. So I'm like, all right, we go back to the hotel, bro. By this time, I'm lit, bro. Like overly lit. Like I said, all I drank, I think, was Hennessy and Coca-Cola. My go-to. You go to my house, I got darks and Coca-Cola in the fridge on standby. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing new to me. But the way I was acting, bro, I texted the homie like, yo, bro, I'm about to get robbed tonight. Like, I already knew it. Like, I was like, this girl going, I'm getting set up. I'm getting robbed. It's over. Right. Anyways, I'm not going to continue the story, but I can say I did not get robbed. The time was had, and I never opened that pack of Jimmy's I bought. So maybe I should go get a test or something. I don't know. But that's another story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But to continue on, my question for this podcast, anybody listening, and my question for y'all is: would you date a girl who works in a club? And I mean, not even a stripper, but like a bartender or table girl or bottle girl or whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, would you date a girl who works just in any club? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I think from what I've seen from, okay, I'll say regular clubs, I'll say strip clubs. From regular clubs, what I've seen, the bottle girls and like the girls who are at the bar, bartenders, like waiters, whatever, they don't be going. Like, I feel like a lot of them just do it for the money and the tips. But like, I think it would take like a real special type of dude to like convince like those type of girls, because they really be on their money, and I'm pretty sure they can get fired for the majority of that stuff. But they really be like hard to get with. They be like, here's your bottle. They be walking around. Oh shoot. They be walking around, you know what I'm saying? Come to your table, do their thing, do a little dance, and they back to the back. You ain't got no time to even conversate with them for real. The waiters, they take your order, they ring you up, they taking your card, they swiping you, they out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, like, and I used to be like really insecure about that. Like, my girl can never work in the club. Now I'm kind of like, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna go, you gonna go. There's girls who don't be working in the club that still be going, and you worry about the girl trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl got a job at least. I can respect that more than the ones who don't have a job and be going still. So, hey. But now a strip club, I'll give my opinion on the dancers. like a stripper and then like a bartender. Okay. I hope I don't offend the stripper community with this one. I really don't. Okay. Strippers. I feel like this, right? I feel like there's actually two types of strippers, right? No, three. There's like tiers to it. You got the low down strippers, the ones that are going for whatever price that will link you after the club, and they gonna get their cool little band or two bands, out you. You know what I'm saying? If they doing it for any less, just run away. Just run away, right? You gonna get those. You gonna get those ones, right? Those ones, I nothing, no shade against them. Get your money, girl. Get how you living. You know what I'm saying? The second tier is the ones that they have respect, they cool, but it's got a higher price. You know what I'm saying? It's just the price. Like, you spend, now they want 10 bands. They want 5, 10 bands just to link you. And you might not even get what you're looking for. They might just come play in your face and take your money and then laugh. And I respect the game. It is what it is. Game is game. You got the third ones. You got the ones who just go to work. You know what I'm saying? Go home. They usually got the nicer cars. They usually put themselves through medical school. These girls got goals. And I mean, where I'm at now, I don't think I would date any three of them. But like, we could talk. You know what I'm saying? I've actually like done like a lot of photo shoots and like stuff like girls who do strip, and like I see, like, that's why I'm able to see behind the scenes, because it's like they book me, we chatting, we talking, it ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But they do tell me their stories, and it's like, respect. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say like tier 3, like that last one, where it's just like you can get your bread and leave. You can make men spend money on you, and you ain't got to give it up at all. Again, probably couldn't be my girl, but like, we could talk. We could have a time. You up at the point you can come share with me. I'm tired of being the provider. You could provide a little bit over here for me if you want to, but that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? But like marry and all that, no guarantees, love. But we could definitely make something work out though. And then bartenders at the strip club. See, those ones you don't know, because it's like, it's either they like bartending and they like the tips they get, or they be wanting to be strippers, but they're not sure they're ready to commit yet, so they gonna see how the club is, and then they gonna make their round. You know what I'm saying? Like, then they gonna be like, oh, let me just upgrade to a stripper. I'm not sure they're upgrade or that, whatever it is. Let me just transfer departments. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them be wanting to transfer departments. They're not sure if they really want to, because they're not sure if they really want to do it yet. So they're just trying to get it in, see how it is. Look at the other girls making all the bread, think about, all right, yeah, I'm going to do that too. And that's what I think I found in DC. I think I found one who's like, I could bartend, but I want to dabble into the pole life too. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I respect her. She was cool. Ain't none of my jewelry go missing. Ain't none of my, I did throw some more ones though, privately. But besides that, like, she really didn't take none for real. So like, I really respect it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But I don't know, man. My tread tour, my next city is Houston. So I don't know. I might have to bring the podcast on the road, because I might have too many stories of what happens in Houston. I have too many things lined up out there already, and I already know what I'm about to get into. So, yeah. If y'all enjoyed this episode of Tread Talk, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Would y'all date a girl at the club? Who be in the club or not? If you listening, feel free to like, follow, sub, do whatever you gotta do. We on all podcast platforms, or I guess YouTube platforms too. And like I said, as we go, we're gonna get better with this. And y'all in the comments talking about I look young. I am 21. I got a baby face, bro. But like, don't disrespect me now. And don't let this camera stuff fool you. Cause like, this setup here is a setup, but I really be out there. And for the ladies, I'll take y'all through there too. All right. But don't let this setup here on camera. Y'all get in front of the camera with the microphone in your face with these lights on, and y'all see how y'all look and how y'all appearances at all times at every angle. It's a hard job. But you catch me outside. Oh, I did not just say that. That's crazy. But if y'all see me outside, different story. Swear to God. But all right, y'all. Y'all be safe. Peace.